video we are going to see a problem on hexagonal pyramid. Here is the question. A hexagonal pyramid of 30 mm side of base and slant edges 65 mm long is lying on one of its triangular faces in VP so that its axis is inclined at an angle of 45 degree to HP. Draw its projections if apex is nearer to observer. This is the question in front of us. First, just by reading the question, it was understood that the type of solid is a hexagonal pyramid. So first I'll draw the diagram of the hexagonal pyramid and explain which is the initial condition to be used in this problem. So here we have a hexagonal pyramid whose base is a hexagon having 6 sides. All the 6 corners are connected to a common vertex or apex point O. Next, this hexagonal pyramid has slant edges and there are triangular faces. So there are 6 slant edges and 6 triangular faces as this is a hexagonal pyramid. Now the condition given in the problem is hexagonal pyramid of 30 mm side of base and slant edges 65 mm long is lying on one of its triangular faces in VP. So it is lying in VP. It means the initial condition we have to take that the hexagonal base is in VP. So if it is in VP, in the front view we are going to see the hexagon shape. Next, there are 2 ways of drawing the hexagon. I'll explain it here. So here there are 2 ways in which we can draw the hexagon. If I look at the first condition, in the first condition, this hexagon is resting on its edge, which is edge AB, and here there is apex O. So if we are turning this pyramid about the edge, it is going to rest on this triangular face. And in the second condition, here this is apex O and corner A. If I tilt it about corner A in the second condition, the pyramid will rest about O to A, which is the slant edge. In the question it is mentioned that the pyramid is lying on one of its triangular faces in VP. So out of the 2 conditions, the first condition shows the triangular face. It means the pyramid should rest on its edge in VP. So we are going to select the first condition. So now when we have understood the initial condition, let us start with the solution to this problem. Here we have XY line, then there is VP HP. As the hexagonal pyramid is resting in VP, so in the first condition the hexagonal base will be seen in VP. So this hexagon I am going to draw it here. The side of the base is given as 30 mm. So parallel to XY, I am drawing a line. Next, vertical line through this. Now, since the side of base is 30 mm, I'll take radius is equal to 30 mm and then draw a light circle from here having radius 30 mm because the side is 30. Next I have to draw this hexagon, so I'll keep the point here and cut this circle into two arcs, then keeping it at the bottom corner. So now here I'll join these points to get the hexagon. Now after getting this hexagon, I'll give it the notations 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash and 6 dash. Now in this problem the slant edges are given. For that, here I'll have to take the projection, that is the circle which I have taken. I have to take the projection from here to get the true shape, and for that first I am projecting this center with a light line. Next, projecting from this circle, because the hexagon is kept in this way, so if I see there is difference between these two, we can say that the circle and the edge of the hexagon. Now because of that difference, here we are getting this point will give us the true length of the slant edge, and that slant edge is of 65 mm. So I'll measure 65 mm, and with keeping this point I'll find the apex. So here the slant edge is 65, but after noting this, here I'll mark this is apex O. From here the distance is 65 with a light line, but the actual slant edge will be from 1 dash 2 dash, projecting this and joining it. So this gives me the real slant edge, which we have found out by taking the true length of the slant edge. Similarly here 4 dash 5 dash will be projected down, and from that I'll join it to the apex. Next, since this is a hexagon and I've given it the notations, same notations I'll give it in the top view as well. 1 dash 2 dash, so here this will be 1 comma 2, then 3 dash 6 dash, so it is 3 and 6, 4 dash 5 dash, so 4 comma 5. Now since it is a hexagon, the edges are visible and the slant edges are also visible in the front view, so I'll make it dark. Joining the slant edges. So in this way the pyramid will look from the front, that is the base edges are dark and even the slant edges are dark, and here I am getting the apex O dash. So projecting it, I'll get the top view which I am making it dark. Next, this middle edge, which is O3 or O6, they are onto the same line, that is O dash 6 dash and O dash 3 dash are visible from the top, and they will be dark because the two triangular faces O dash 1 dash 6 dash and O dash 5 dash 6 dash are on different planes, so between them there will be dark line. So this is the initial condition. Next, in the problem it is said that the hexagonal pyramid is lying on one of its triangular faces in VP. So the pyramid will lie in VP once it is tilted, that is, this pyramid is tilted in such a way that O dash 4 dash 5 dash is in line with VP, and that is possible if we see in the top view O45, this edge, actually it shows this triangular face. So if I make this edge in line with XY, then automatically this triangle will be in VP. So to make it in VP, I'll have to make this edge in XY, and for that, here I'm taking a point, and next measuring this slant edge from the apex to point 4 and 5, measuring it, and then keeping at this location, that is the point which I have taken, cutting the XY line. So here I am getting this point as O dash, and this will be 4 dash comma 5 dash because it is lying on this triangular face. Next, keeping the same slant edge from point O dash, I'll draw an arc, a light arc, measuring the base from 4 5 to 1 and 2, keeping it here and cutting it to get the point. So this is the point which we are getting, and here it is 1 comma 2. So joining it will give me the inclined pyramid which is in line with VP. Next, over this I'll mark the distance from 4 5 to 3 and 6, that is the middle line or the midpoint, and I'll mark it here, and then naming it 3 comma 6. Now I'll join this point 3 6 to O dash or point O, making it dark. Now this is the pyramid which is lying in VP. We have to draw the front view of this. Top view is over. For that, the observer is here. Now those points needs to be projected first which are closer to the observer. So if I see from here 1 and 2, these are the closest points, so projecting them first, projecting them right. So point 1 dash from here, point 1 and 1 dash, that gives me another point 1 dash. Next, point 2 is on the same line, so here I need to project 2 dash. This is point 2, 2 dash. Next, point 3 will be projected. And here I have point 3 dash in the initial condition, which will be plotted here. This gives me point 3 dash. Next, point 4. So this is point 4, and here we have 4 dash. then 0.5 and 5 dash, last is 0.6, so 0.6 dash. Next, apex, and for that I will have to take apex from here, horizontal line, wherever they intersect, that is point O dash. Now how to join these points in the front view? Outline should be joined first because outline will never be hidden, never be dotted. So here I'll connect O dash to 6 dash because that is forming an outline. Next, O dash to 3 dash, then 3 dash to 4 dash, 4 dash to 5 dash is already there, then 5 dash to 6 dash. After this, point 1 and 2 are closer to the observer, and if we see here, it is 1 dash 2 dash is nothing but an edge. So when the observer is seeing from here, that is an edge, so it should be made dark. Joining 1 dash 2 dash. Next, even 1 dash to 6 dash and 2 dash to 3 dash are closer to the observer. Then 5 dash to 6 dash, that will also be visible as it is seen the entire base is in front of the observer. Again 4 dash to 5 dash is visible. 3 dash to 4 dash is visible. Next, O dash to 6 dash is visible. O dash to 3 dash is visible. Then closer to the observer there is O dash 1 dash, an edge. There is another edge, O dash to 2 dash. Next, the other edge O dash to 5 dash and O dash to 4 dash will be hidden because they are far away from the observer. So connecting O dash to 5 dash with the help of dotted line, O dash to 4 dash with the help of dotted line. Next, here will be apex as well because apex is coinciding, or we can say axis is coinciding with O dash 3 dash, or we can say O dash 6 dash. So here there is axis for this hexagonal pyramid. Now after completing the second stage, I'll read the other part. So that its axis is inclined at an angle of 45 degree to HP. Inclination with HP, that is denoted as theta. Theta is equal to 45. So this 45 degree will be seen in VP. Inclination with one plane will be visible in the other plane. So 45 degree to HP will be seen in VP. Next, they have given that the axis is inclined at 45 degree to HP. Now, if I look at the first diagram, here the axis which we are getting, this is the true length of the axis. I'll write here that it is the axis which we have here, it is TL, the true length of the axis. Whereas the axis which we have got now by projecting the front view, this axis is nothing but the elevation length or the apparent length of the axis, EL. So when we compare with the actual length, that is the true length, the length which we are getting here is apparent, means axis has now become apparent. So whenever they give the inclination of axis, that inclination in the problem is for the true length of the axis and not for the apparent length. It means at 45 degree, this axis of true length will be inclined. So how to do that, I'll explain. At the same time, they have given draw its projections if apex is nearer to observer. So when I will be tilting this diagram, in that case, so when the diagram is tilted, observer is there at the top. Observer is here. So the apex should be made closer to observer, means base should be close to XY line. So now here I will first draw a 45-degree line, that is, it is inclined with HP. That line we can either draw it along this direction or we can make it along this direction. Now suppose I am taking a point here and drawing a line inclined at 45 degree. On this 45 degree, I'll mark the true length of the axis, and true length of the axis is there in this top view, that is from O dash to 3 dash 6 dash, or we can say 3 6. Here I am marking the true length of the axis, and for that keep a point here. So this indicate the true length of the axis which I have taken from the top view. Here is the true length. And now from this point I am going to draw a light line which is parallel to XY. I'll draw a light line. Now this was the true length of the axis, but here since I am getting apparent length in the front view, so next step is I'll measure this apparent axis length, measuring it and cutting this light line which I have drawn. Now it is cutting at this location. Now when I join this center line which I have drawn in red, it shows the actual inclination of the apparent length. Previously the inclination of 45 degree is for the true length of the axis, but here which I am getting, that is for the apparent length. So we can see that the axis has shifted because the angle has changed. In the question it is mentioned it is 45 degree, so 45 degree is for the true length of the axis. But since here in the front view when I want to tilt this pyramid here, the axis length has become apparent, this has changed, so the inclination is also changing here. Next we have to copy this entire pyramid about this center line. So here this is point O double dash, and here this is the center of this. Now I'll draw a perpendicular from here, from this point, perpendicular to the new axis which is red here. So keeping the point here, and measuring 90 degree. Plotting a light line. Next, this green line is nothing but this green line, because I had taken this as the reference for the axis. It is this green line. So I can mark points 6 dash and 3 dash over it. So from here I'll mark 3 dash and 6 dash over it. It is tilted in this way. So here there will be the point 3 double dash, and this will be 6 double dash. Then I require points 1 dash, 2 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash. For that I'll measure the distance from this center up to this edge 4 dash, 5 dash, and same will be the distance for edge 1 dash, 2 dash as well, keeping it here, marking it onto the red center line. Drawing parallel lines, light parallel lines. Next, on this line I'll mark 1 dash and 2 dash by taking the distance from this reference. One double dash, two double dash. Next, 4 dash, 5 dash will be marked over this, and the distance is same as 1 dash, 2 dash, same distance, keeping it here on this red line and marking on this green line. So that gives me points 4 double dash and 5 double dash. Now I'll join the points and complete this hexagonal pyramid here. So now here I have drawn the front view, and apex is closer to observer as it was given in the question. Now I have to draw the top view, and for that observer is here at the top. So I need to project those points first which are closer to the observer. So if I see here, point O double dash, which is the apex, is closer to the observer, and here apex is there on XY line. So O dash and O double dash, where they intersect, here I will be getting point O. Next, even closer to observer, there is point 6 double dash, 1 double dash and 5 double dash. So I'll project them. So point 1 is projected here. Next, point 6 double dash. Here there is point 3 and 6, so I'll project point 6 from here. Point 5 double dash. So here there is point 5 on XY line. So 5 double dash and point 5 where they intersect. I'll get point 5 here. Next, point 2 double dash. It is lying on the same line as 1. So here 1 2, they are onto the same line. So 2 double dash and 2. Then point 3 double dash. So here 6 and 3, they are onto the same line. So this is point 3 or 3 double dash. Now first of all, the outline will be dark, so your outline will be with solid lines because it is never hidden. So 5 to 6, 6 to 1, 1 to 2, and to the apex. And point 4 is also there. Point 4 is there on XY line. So this is giving me point 4. Now when the observer is at the top, these base edges are seen from top, but this complete base will not be seen by the observer. Means here it will be in such a way that 5 to 6 will be connected, then 1 to 6, next 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 1 to 2 will be connected. And if we see here as an observer, 2 to 3 and 3 to 4, they are going behind the observer, so they need to be drawn hidden. That is 3 and 4 will be hidden and 2 and 3 will be hidden. When the observer is at the top, edge O double dash 6 double dash is visible, so O to 6 will be a dark line. Next, edge O double dash to 1 double dash is visible, that will also be a dark line. Next, as an observer, O double dash 5 double dash, that is O to 5, is also visible. Next, after that, O double dash to 2 double dash, that will also be visible. Now the only hidden lines will be from 2 to 3, because it is going behind the observer, and 3 to 4 behind the observer. Next, this O to 3 will be connected here at the apex. Now in this way the pyramid will be visible from the top, where the apex is closer to the observer, whereas the base is going behind him, but the edges are visible. Next, this triangular face O double dash 4 double dash 5 double dash is seen as a line in the top view, that is O 4 and 5. Then after that, the triangular face, which is O double dash 2 double dash 3 double dash, O 2 3, is going behind the observer, so that is hidden. The three triangular faces are visible, that is O 6 and 5, O 6 1 and O 1 2. Next, after completing this, I'll give the dimensioning to it. The base edge is 30 mm. Apex height, instead of apex height, here they have given slant edge and it is 65. So the slant edge is the one with the true length which I have drawn initially. So this is the slant edge and it is 65 given, 65 mm. Next, I have shown the inclination of the axis, and then with this we complete the problem.